So the story, right? The story of Beavis and Butthead is they're in a town called Highland, Texas, which is, again, a fictional suburb of Dallas.
Any town, USA, essentially. It might as well be. It doesn't necessarily show much regionalism. I mean, the only person that shows regionalism is the neighbor.
Yeah.
To be fair, everybody else, I mean, Van Driesen sounds like a northerner. Everybody else sounds pretty Midwestern. So that's interesting that they decided that was Texas, because there's some, but the core characters don't appear to be very Texan, so to speak.
Well, the thing is, Dallas is Dallas is like huge, right?
It's a lot more metropolitan than I'd give it credit for, probably.
Yeah, so it's not. When people think of Texas, they think of the big hats and the belt buckles and the yeehaw, right?
Yeah,
which is really, really bad stereotype, but you don't see that in Dallas.
Yeah,
the TV show, yes.
I haven't spent a lot of time there. I mean, I usually go there and fly out or go to a concert. So, I mean, that's fair. I mean, but Texas, it's got its own presence about it. Its own.
The United States of Texas.
Yeah, it makes its own statement. Like the everything's bigger in Texas thing. It's just one of those things. There
were no Texan stereotypes. I think that's what we're dancing around.
Yeah, there really wasn't, and it wasn't a lot of regionalism, like stuff that pointed to the fact that they were in Texas. I mean, but I mean,
it just pointed out a couple of times, hey, we're in Texas.
Sure, yeah,
and I think that's a lot with a lot of things too, with the exception of maybe something like Friends, for example, or some shows in the UK that were specific. Once you watch the show, you kind of forget where they're located at, unless they explicitly shove that down your throat. Because like Friends was Friends, we're in New York, and like
Central Park, get it? Central Park. It's like Central Park, but we changed it to the E because you're drinking coffee and you'll be perky. Get it? Get it?
Like right. I mean, I watched Law and Order, and it's all based in New York. But you really can't tell it's stereotypical New York because they don't shove that part down your throat, aside from NYPD every now and then,
Yeah.
So I think the fact that it was in Texas and nobody could really got that fact was a good thing.
Yeah, well, and then again, it was being done by a Texan.
Yeah. So he knows.
He would know. So yeah, I totally trust that, honestly. Yeah.